SpaceX just unveiled a hidden Starship prototype from a secret facility, never seen until now. It's not part of NASA's plan, yet it could replace it entirely. This breakthrough could fast-track our return to the moon, or expose a major cover-up. What's really going on behind closed doors at SpaceX? The race to the moon is not just a battle of technology. It is a battleground of politics, power, and high-stakes media drama. Since 2025, tensions between SpaceX and NASA have escalated to unprecedented levels, exposing a fracture within America's space ambitions. Sean Duffy, the temporary administrator of NASA, publicly criticized SpaceX's progress on the Artemis lunar mission. During a high-profile interview, he stated, "SpaceX is behind schedule," punctuating his critique with threats to open the $2.9 billion Human Landing System contract to competition. This rocked the space community because SpaceX had been NASA's chosen contractor to develop the lunar Starship, which is central to returning astronauts to the moon. The political pressure on NASA is immense. With China's rapidly advancing lunar program aiming for a crewed landing by 2030, U.S. government officials have demanded swift action to reclaim leadership in this new space race. However, delays in critical NASA programs, including the Space Launch System, SLS rocket, and the Orion capsule, have fueled public frustration and skepticism over the Artemis timeline. In response to the criticism, Elon Musk fired back aggressively on social media, calling Duffy a dangerously stupid idiot. This public feud revealed deeper tensions, not only about schedules and budgets, but about conflicting visions of America's lunar future. NASA officials face pressure from Capitol Hill, where powerful political lobbies support traditional defense contractors tied to the SLS and Orion programs. Meanwhile, Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' aerospace company, and a previous NASA contractor, eagerly positioned itself as a contender to take over, or at least compete against SpaceX for the lunar lander contract. NASA's decision to reopen competition was seen by some as a political maneuver to balance interests among contractors, rather than purely a move to ensure mission success. Adding to the drama, Jared Isaacman, a noteworthy figure known for private spaceflight ventures, appeared on NASA's scene in leadership roles, heightening speculation about internal political strategies shaping the Artemis program. The consequences of this conflict extend beyond the boardroom. Congressional hearings, media speculation, and intense lobbying wars have cast a shadow over what should be a unifying national project. Political infighting and media battles threaten to delay projects that might otherwise be on a steady course for success. In this charged atmosphere, SpaceX not only must prove its technical capabilities, but also navigate an evolving political minefield. The question is no longer just whether Starship can land on the moon. It's whether SpaceX can survive NASA's internal politics and the national space agenda's turbulent shifts. As the world watches, the lunar mission's fate rides on a knife's edge between technological triumph and political fracture. Will America's space program find cohesion, or will the drama dismantle years of progress? The stakes have never been higher, and the outcome remains uncertain. Behind SpaceX's bold claims and headline milestones lie a series of formidable technical challenges that remain largely out of public view. One of the most critical hurdles is the orbital refueling process, a maneuver essential for Starship's ability to journey from Earth orbit to the moon and back. This technique involves transferring cryogenic liquids like liquid methane and oxygen in the harsh vacuum of space at extremely low temperatures, without losing product or causing dangerous boil-off. While theoretically sound, orbital refueling at this scale has never been operationally demonstrated, adding a layer of uncertainty to mission success. Beyond fuel logistics, the Starship's autonomous landing system must perform with surgical precision on the Moon's jagged, unpredictable surface. Unlike Earth landings, where pilots or automated systems can rely on thick atmospheres or pre-mapped terrain, the lunar environment offers no such luxuries. Developing and validating software sensors that can detect and respond to micro-terrain variations in real time is a technical Everest, and testing it requires costly and complex simulations that are ongoing but incomplete. Another looming concern is Starship's current incapacity for Earth re-entry after lunar missions due to expected velocities and thermal loads. SpaceX's proposal to compensate with separate Dragon capsules introduces complexities in mission design and operational choreography, representing a critical dependency in what Musk envisions as a one-ship moon mission. Additionally, the handling and storage of cryogenic propellants for prolonged periods in zero gravity pose unknown risks. Fuel tanks must endure temperature fluctuations, vibration, and potential micrometeoroid impacts, all while preserving fuel purity and pressure. Finally, consolidating the entire lunar mission into a single spacecraft inherently raises systemic risk. Unlike traditional multi-vehicle architectures, where backup systems and mission phases distribute risk, Starship is tasked with launching, landing, launching again, and supporting crew, all within one integrated system. While this promises efficiency, the potential consequences of failure at any stage are profound. These hidden technical risks explain why seasoned aerospace experts approach SpaceX's timelines with caution. The company's rapid pace, while impressive, must navigate this complex web of engineering challenges to ultimately fulfill its lofty lunar ambitions. SpaceX's journey to the Moon via its Starship lunar module is a tale of secretive strides and complex engineering feats that stretch far beyond public announcements. While critics berate delays, the company quietly claims completion of 49 critical milestones tied to developing subsystems, infrastructure, and operations essential for safely landing astronauts on the lunar surface. This impressive checklist spans life support systems, precision landing technologies, and thermal shielding that can withstand the harsh lunar environment. Notably, Starship has bifurcated its development into two parallel streams: the highly publicized Mars colonization efforts and a largely hidden lunar lander specialization. The lunar variant, dubbed the Human Landing System, HLS, is undergoing rigorous internal testing, including simulations of lunar surface conditions with landing leg drop tests onto simulated moon regolith. These tests aim to ensure structural integrity and landing stability on uneven terrain, issues previous designs struggled to overcome. Moreover, significant progress has been made in the design of the lunar module's interior, where life support and crew safety systems are being tested extensively. Collaborations with private spaceflight pioneer Axiom have introduced simulated missions using spacesuits and elevators inside mock-ups of the lunar cabin, reinforcing astronaut readiness for the upcoming moon missions. Starship's unique design involves the deployment of a cryogenic fuel depot in Earth orbit. This depot will allow the transfer and storage of liquid methane and liquid oxygen, essential for refueling Starship multiple times before its descent to the lunar surface. Such orbital refueling maneuvers represent a novel, unproven frontier, with tests planned for 2026 to demonstrate safe fuel transfer and temperature control in zero gravity. These capabilities are vital to meet mission requirements where Starship must depart: Earth, orbit fully fueled, refuel in space, land on the Moon, and return. The Starship HLS also includes an advanced adapter system enabling docking with NASA's Orion spacecraft in lunar orbit, a critical connection point for astronaut transfer between vehicles. Alongside hardware, SpaceX is advancing autonomous landing software and sensors designed to handle the precision demands of lunar touchdown without human intervention, a significant technological leap ensuring crew safety. Despite this, challenges remain, especially concerning Starship's current inability to re-enter Earth's atmosphere after a lunar mission. Elon Musk's team proposes to resolve this by employing Dragon capsules for Earth return, thus streamlining the mission architecture to rely mainly on Starship for launch, lunar landing, and ascent phases, while separating Earth re-entry logistics. This disruption hints at Elon Musk's ambition to eliminate traditional NASA heavy-lift launch systems like SLS and the Orion Crew Module, creating a singular, vertically integrated lunar mission architecture. This streamlined approach promises cost savings and operational efficiency, but faces skepticism, given the technical uncertainties and political battles surrounding it. The technical feats achieved are grounded in extensive testing and incremental validation, yet the timeline remains tight. The next major milestones, such as orbital refueling demonstrations, final cabin fabrication, and full system integrated tests, are planned for 2026. How effectively SpaceX will meet these crucial deadlines will determine if Starship can truly revolutionize lunar missions, or if it might succumb to the hefty challenges of deep space exploration. What truly lies behind the curtain of secrecy around these advancements? Are these unpublicized tests signs of unstoppable progress, or desperate attempts to mask deeper technical hurdles? The answers will unfold as next-generation space exploration takes shape, driven by a bold vision and relentless pursuit of the moon. Elon Musk has never been one to play by conventional rules, and his vision for SpaceX's lunar mission is no exception. While NASA's Artemis program depends on a complex web of spacecraft, including the Space Launch System rocket and the Orion capsule, Musk envisions a radical simplification: one ship to rule them all. In his words, Starship will end up doing the whole moon mission. This means SpaceX aims to eliminate the need for NASA's heavy-lift SLS rocket and the Orion Crew Module altogether, consolidating launch, lunar landing, and return operations into a single, streamlined Starship vehicle. The implications are staggering. Instead of multiple contractors and hardware working in concert, Musk proposes a unilateral architecture that could cut costs, reduce mission complexity, and accelerate timelines. However, this ambitious plan hinges on overcoming serious challenges. Starship, as currently designed, cannot re-enter Earth's atmosphere from lunar velocities, Musk's speculative solution. Employ Dragon capsules to ferry astronauts safely home after Starship completes its lunar orbit rendezvous. This approach, if successful, creates a hybrid mission profile that swaps traditional heavy spacecraft for a more flexible, reusable system. Alongside this, SpaceX's proposed lunar Starship would serve as a versatile lunar base transporter, carrying astronauts, rovers, habitats, and even nuclear reactors necessary for a sustained lunar presence. Its massive payload capacity, reportedly capable of hauling up to 100 metric tons, outclasses any current vehicle planned for the Artemis program. Behind closed doors, Musk's relentless push has driven SpaceX to quietly blaze through milestones, refining landing legs, enhancing onboard systems, and perfecting cryogenic fuel transfer capability, all without fanfare. Yet, this vision provokes significant debate. NASA officials and industry experts worry that consolidating so much responsibility in a single vehicle risks mission failure if any component falters. Moreover, political dynamics play a key role. The elimination of SLS and Orion threatens to upend entrenched defense contracts and long-standing government-industry partnerships. This fuels resistance beyond technical concerns, coloring the dialogue in Washington with factional interests and fears over control of the lunar program. As 2026 approaches, this clandestine plan to fundamentally reinvent lunar operations hangs in the balance. Will Musk's Starship deliver a sleek new era of deep space exploration, or trigger a risky gamble that jeopardizes America's moon ambitions? The future remains uncertain. But this high-stakes gambit represents the boldest attempt yet to reshape humanity's path to the stars, with SpaceX pushing relentlessly ahead on its own terms. As 2026 approaches, the space community watches with bated breath. The path to Artemis 3, NASA's mission to return humans to the moon, hangs precariously in the balance. SpaceX aims to conduct the first uncrewed Starship lunar landing test that year, an essential step toward the historic crewed landing projected for 2027. This mission is more than a technological trial. It's a critical proving ground for an unprecedented mission architecture involving orbital refueling depots, multiple Starship variants, and autonomous landing systems. The stakes are immense. Delays could ripple through the entire Artemis program, possibly opening doors for rival contractors eager to reclaim lost ground. The political pressure NASA faces to outpace China fuels urgency, but also complicates decisions. Critics argue that SpaceX's aggressive timeline may be overly optimistic, given the sheer number of critical subsystems still to be validated, from cryogenic fuel transfer in orbit to software ensuring pinpoint autonomous touchdown on the rugged lunar surface. Yet, Elon Musk remains defiantly bullish. Beyond the immediate mission, his grand vision is to spark a lunar revolution. Regular human presence, permanent outposts, even manufacturing right on the moon. This would mark a profound shift in humanity's cosmic footprint. But skeptics warn, banking everything on a single spacecraft, fraught with developmental risks and political headwinds, could be a gamble with irreversible consequences. In the next decade, the balance of power in space exploration will be determined not just by rockets and hardware, but by raw ambition, politics, and calculated risks. Will Starship rewrite the rules and deliver on its promise? Or will the tides of delay and dispute reshape America's lunar future? One thing is certain: the drama unfolding above our atmosphere is nothing short of historic. And for those willing to watch, question, and seek the truth behind the headlines, the journey to the moon is just beginning. The next video will take you deeper into the mysteries and controversies surrounding humanity's quest for the stars. Don't miss the shocking revelations waiting just beyond our atmosphere.